If I just ask people to do things, like if I just say, okay, here's your homework, here's what I want you to do, we'll normally get maybe 30% completion rate. But when I get everyone to say the words, I commit, I get them to repeat over and over and over the commitment to complete. I will complete, I will complete.
I commit to doing this. I am counting on you. You, mate, you, in the middle. Please don't let me down.
So it really solidifies the pressure from the herd. And I believe this is the reason that so many people fail, is they're surrounded by people that just hold them to the lowest standard. If you understand the concept that who you hang around with affects who you become. Denny's a great example, right? Den's a fantastic example. He's going to be very successful because of the amount of value that he proactively looks to give to other people that he knows can help him, and he's not doing it in this conniving and undermining way. He's doing this way where he just understands the game. Give, 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 and if you give to the right people in the right way at the right time, based on the right values, then it just comes back. And if it's not from me, from the group, and if not from the group, from somewhere else, it just, it's that abundance psychology. Because this book is going to become the central piece that they use to then spin off loads of other pieces of content. Because once they learn the process, then they can do it over and over and over again. And especially with what's happening in social media in the next, now.
Because you're going to complete this for homework. But I want you to think of this. If I asked you to sacrifice a couple of hours of sleep, and if you did it, it could possibly give you an asset that in the next 10 years could make you $30 to $40 million, who would bust a nugget to do it? Okay, fantastic.
It's not about creating an ebook, it's about learning how to create content and learning how to create it fast. And being specific. Good morning. How you doing? Who's pumped and doesn't know why because they fucking haven't slept yet? Awesome. Just so you guys know, just to make you feel better, bang on 4:32, I was bing, wide awake. Who is amazed at what they actually were able to do last night by show of hands? Nice and high. Be proud. Hand up, nice and high. Fantastic. For those of you who actually completed the entire text, raise your hand by show of hands. Whoa. I hope Matthias is getting this. But who would agree, looking around the room, that is about, I'm going to best guess at about an 85 to 90% completion. Give yourselves a massive fucking round of applause. It's incredible what we have the ability to, at an unconscious level, manifest in order to create roadblocks to prevent us so that we can feel validated and justified for quitting. I've literally set this challenge before, and I've had people go out into the car park and realize they locked their keys in their car. I've had people that their cars are broken down the way home. I've had people that have got home and all of a sudden their kid has got sick and they've had to take them to hospital. Now you might be thinking, well, that's just random. No, that shit's not random. We are constantly in either a creating or a co-creating space where we are literally manifesting everything that's going on around us right now. Now, to have that perspective takes an extreme level of responsibility to go, whoa, you mean I'm responsible for all of the shit in my life right now? Yes. The reason that most people fail in the pursuit of success is because they only want to take responsibility for the good stuff. And they don't want to own the bad stuff, but it's when you own everything, when you have extreme levels of responsibility, that's when your real power comes out. Stand up if you woke up at 4:30 or very close to 4:30 this morning. 4 o'clock? Just stand up if you woke up at an unusually early time and you can blame me. Who is a little bit scared about waking up at 4:30 tomorrow morning? Okay. Because all of you are going to wake up at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Because if I can get you to wake up at 4:30 a.m. by telling you 25 to 35 times that you're going to wake up at 4:30 a.m., I'm very, 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 very fucking excited to think what you could possibly do if you created a statement that you told yourself 25 times a day. What would you be able to do? Anything. I show you the science so that you understand that this isn't grounded in some kind of voodoo philosophy. Okay, I'll give you context. My father was one of the top economists in the world. Okay, my mother was a clairvoyant and a psychic. I'm the product. How can I communicate the importance of who you are and what you do? Because they don't understand how tough it is to do what you do. They don't get it.
I know they don't.
Well, I'm going to just introduce Thomas, and then I'll come out for a couple of minutes, and I've got to work on something, but I'll be like 5 minutes. All right. Thomas Blackwell, the man.
At my wedding reception, my father gave me a $20 bill. And he said, don't worry, son, you can get it back to me when you get $20. It wasn't a gift. He was loaning me $20. You understand his mindset? I know if it's been done, it can be done. Isn't that a simple mindset? Yeah. I know if it's been achieved, it can be achieved. Somebody's done it, right? And I'm a copy machine. See, I'm a simple thinker. I copy what successful people do and I get what they get.
Just came out for a quick break, get some warmth. It's a bit of a fridge in there. We've got knowledge bombs being dropped consistently by Thomas Blackwell.
Show me any successful people. I'll show you some work behind it. If you really understood what Kerwin has done to get to the magnitude he's got to, boy, it'd scare you, right? But guess what? He teaches you step by step on how to do those things. You're out of line, there's a movement going on. My wife and I had to have a serious conversation of why we were in entrepreneurship in the first place. I hope that it doesn't take a serious situation like that to help you realize this, that you have to be flexible about how you do things. Be flexible about the how. The how's going to change. But you be inflexible. You be unchangeable. You be immovable about why you do things, because the why will never change.
And I know you have a young family at home that, wouldn't you agree that's a massive sacrifice? I know for me personally, I only leave my family when I absolutely have to. So as a way of saying thank you, we always like to give you a few gifts. We've stocked you up on the Tim Tams, because I know the girls love the Tim Tams, and we've also got a little something there that you can share with your wife, because normally we get something for the girls, but this one's for your wife as well. So mate, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, brother.
Malcolm, I want you here because this is our problem. Sarah, you'll be scooping up the leftover problems. It's Skinny 12. Kerwin Ray.
That's what he does.
Kerwin has done this to me.
Monsters.
Hey mate, how are you? Good to see you. I got like 30 minutes ahead, so I had given us an extra 30 minutes. Well, we just lost it now. Maybe I can get through the social media quickly. We'll see how we go for time. What's the time? 4 o'clock. We might be able to do this. You tell someone what it is that you do, and you tell them what you do, and they go, that sounds interesting, tell me more. What do you think is the biggest mistake that people do? They tell them more. What do you think is the ultimate cliffhanger that you should use as a response whenever someone says, oh, that sounds interesting, tell me more? Look, I'd love to tell you more, but now's not the appropriate time. Why don't you give me your business card, and I'll give you a call next week and we'll line up a coffee. And what do you think they're going to be thinking? But I want to know now. Intrigue. Hi, Millie. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so you can hear the mad commotion here. We've got everyone who practiced their message, their core message that they use to deliver in order to create intrigue, and they're now pitching them off around the room. A lot of noise. Oh my God, I miss you so much, pal. I miss him so much. He's coming in tomorrow. I was hoping he was going to be here today. What do you think we should do? Should we go?
Oh, you're saying one or the other?
Well, not saying one or the other. I'm saying if we do both, that's going to be like an extra, let's call it, hour and a half to 2 hours.
Have you got it in you?
Yeah, I feel good. I've never been so passionate about learning a specific subject than social. The closest thing that I can say I've been most excited about learning is psychology, quantum mechanics, and particle physics. And you see how buzzed I get when I talk about that. I'm on that path right now with social. We are in the midst of a social media revolution from a business perspective. What you're going to start to see happening in many organizations is their marketing departments are no longer going to be called marketing departments anymore. They're going to be called publishing departments. People on average spend 2 to 3 hours a day online consuming content. Because who would agree that there's a lot of transformation happening in this room? Would you agree with that? I want to take what happens in here and I want to share it with the rest of the world. I honestly believe that there's probably about 7 billion people that could benefit from some of the content that we've discussed this weekend. And most of it isn't business related.
I just want to bring my son along.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. How old is he?
17.
Ah, dude.
I just want him to see the message that you convey and the passion that you have.
Okay.
And I'm trying to convey the message, and really want something, you can go for it. And,
good on you, man. It's the greatest gift.
Massive day. Powerful day though, good group, good crowd. It's kind of interesting with all the psychology content. I really got into the quantum mechanics and the particle physics after I had my stroke. Like, I didn't remember the stroke straight away. Like, I just remembered that I had an episode, I started drooling on myself, my whole body went twisted, I passed out, I got taken to hospital. 6 weeks later, I was back on stage and I'm at the back of the room and I was getting ready to present and I was really concerned that I wouldn't remember what was on my slides because my memory was pretty fucking shot still. And then all of a sudden I started talking to the audience, and I remember drawing these diagrams and saying this stuff and going, where the fuck is this coming from? I have no idea where this is coming from. And I started thinking, am I making this up? Is this bullshit? But then I started researching. I wanted to know if it was valid. I wanted to know, am I crazy? And then I started reading this and I'm like going, holy shit, this is legit. Like, this is real. Like, it's not made up. I'm not brain damaged, although I am probably brain damaged, but it wasn't a hallucination. Yeah, it was just bizarre. It was really bizarre. Big day, 12 hours. I'm healthy, I feel good. Ready to finish strong tomorrow.
I've been holding a piece of apple all this time.
That's not weird at all.
Every morning we drink kombucha together, and then we'll drink my shake together. Daddy. What are you eating my muffins for? You've got a muffin. Are you munking on my muffins?